All right, everyone, I'm back at it again. So, I titled this video Why You Shouldn't Consider 2020 to be a Loss. And and the thing is, you really shouldn't, because, you know, in a way, to get better with anything, whether it's baseball or just computer programming or whatever the activity is you're doing, you have to face some hardship. And we're probably going to be better for it in some ways because right now you actually see the savings rates of people's savings accounts actually go up. So people are actually saving money right now, which is good in many ways. People are not overspending on stuff they don't need to buy necessarily, and 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 they're also planning for the future, as well. And you know, you have a lot of people who actually are now considering their retirements in their earlier years. You're like 18-year-olds and 17-year-olds who actually have Roth IRAs already. So that's good. Um, you know, I talked about the Atlanta Braves winning the World Series, predicting that actually was wrong. But consider this. Consider the consider the fact that it that they made it all the way there with a chance to get to the World Series. They haven't been in the World Series since 1999, since the last century, if you can believe it. But they actually learned quite a lot of what went wrong, and and it wasn't a traditional NLCS. It was not a traditional National League pennant because the pitchers didn't have to hit. The pitchers had a DH hit for them. So, there are a million ways it could have gone. Similar to this year. I mean, had we not had the thing, it could have been a very different year, and we wouldn't have learned who we truly are as well, and that's what this year is probably exposed. It exposed all of us to who we truly are, and it also made us figure out who we want to become, and that is definitely something everyone needs to consider. I talk about on my podcast of creating a source of income for yourself that's not controlled by a typical 9-to-5 job. So eBay side hustles, YouTube, Skillshare even, and actually just creating something for yourself where you control the source of your own income. And that's something I want everyone to have. I mean, when you have something for yourself, when you're in control, it is a life-changing. It's life-changing, and you don't. Let me just choose my words carefully here. So you don't have to worry about working off the books. You don't have a set number of hours. You decide when to work, and more importantly, you can actually create a passive source of income as well. And if you're interested about that, check out Pat Flynn's podcast, the Smart Passive Income Podcast, available everywhere as well. So there were a lot of victories for me this year, or during the time between December of 2019 to now. So what happened? I paid off all my debt, right? Every single yeah, I'm debt free from no student loans, no credit card debt, no nothing. So I got that out of the way. And what else? Um, what else? Um, Put more money into my 401k. I did that as well. Um, had to, um, let's see. I I made some money off the ebook, and I'm going to make a little more as well. That's something else. I am submitting query letters to publishers right now, so that's a win as well. I'm going to complete a third book for NaNoWriMo and get that on its way, and I probably will self-publish that as well. So I understand the loss and the defeat you're feeling, because I'm going through this right now, but at the same time I'm finding many wins, and I'm not afraid of the future. And it's weird. People would look at my life right now and say, they could say a million things about it, and many people would have different perspectives on it, and there's good and bad to go with it. But I still consider this to be a win, because this was the year that I changed my life. This is the year that things are going to go in a different direction, and I'm going to change my family tree. And the takeaway from this year, for me at least, is that I can have more wealth, power, and influence in my life, and just make something for myself, and control the source of my own income, and one day I'm going to be a millionaire. I mean, because every single day I just work hard. I've been working hard, ever since this hit, ever since, the thing hit. I don't want to get demonetized or anything. Ever since it hit, I considered who I really wanted to be. And I don't want to just give up. I mean, I'm clearly making grounds. I mean, I have about 160 downloads right now for my podcast, the Blue Oasis podcast, and I've put out videos that have gotten into the hundreds of views already, and I may only have 20 subscribers right now at the time of this recording, but so what? I have the ability to get more subscribers and just decide for myself. And, to anyone listening or watching this, choose the life you want to live, but I believe it's better to make the life you want to live, to go on that adventure, to build something for yourself, and where you can decide whatever it is you want to do, you can go do. And you should not take you should not take time for granted in general. Whatever you're going through right now, I'm assuming you have an internet connection, so you're probably doing okay for what it's worth. At least financially, you have an internet, and you can change your life. And I mean, there's Skillshare.com, where you can go learn hobbies, and Microsoft applications, PowerPoint, Excel, and you can actually go earn just for the first 2 months. You can learn what you want to learn for free, and they're quality classes too. And then it's just $10 a month. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in the greatest time in the history of history, and because this is the information age, this is where you can decide what you want to learn, and what you want to do, and it's building a life for yourself. Our grandparents and perhaps our parents, depending on your age, didn't have the internet as well. And even during the late 90s, early 2000s, there was dial-up, and you could actually make some money off the internet. Today, it's never been cheaper or easier to start something for yourself and do the things you want to do. Live that nomadic life that you want. I'm going to put this out there. I'm going to put this video out there. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to get this video to go viral. And, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but I think this needs to go viral. My perception of work, of the 9 to 5, I genuinely believe that's going to go away in the future, or at the very least, you're going to see more people just start their own thing and, get multiple clients, get an email list going, and earn money that way. And they don't have to go to an office. And this time it certainly accelerated it of the inevitable of what would happen. Remember, you have the power to change your life. I'm doing it right now. And if you want proof's down in the description. All the links are there. My Instagram is there. YouTube channel is there. And everything else. My ebook's there. And my podcast is there. So definitely check out the links in the description, and just look at me. I'm just an average Joe with 20 subscribers, but I do have that power to change my life, and I have proved it to myself. So go prove it to yourself, and go change the way you live your life, and live a life of abundance. So until the next video, stay safe, stay great, and I'll talk to you then.